Imagine waking up and never truly needing to sleep again. The sun sets. The world slows down. Lights go off across entire cities. But not for you. You don't crawl into bed. You don't close your eyes for 8 long hours. Instead, you rest for just 60 minutes. That's all your body needs. And then you're awake again, fully alert, fully alive. At first, it sounds like a gift. More time, more life, more moments to build, create, achieve. But what if this change didn't just affect you? What if it changed everything? From the human brain to global economies to the very rhythm of civilization itself. What if humans only slept 1 hour per day? To understand this world, we need to begin with a simple truth. Humans are not designed this way. Right now, the average adult needs around 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. That's nearly 1/3 of our entire lives. Sleep isn't wasted time, it's essential. During those hours, the brain repairs itself, memories are organized, toxins are cleared, hormones are balanced. Without enough sleep, the system begins to fail. But in this scenario, something extraordinary happens. Human biology changes. Somewhere, through evolution, genetic engineering, or an unknown event, the brain becomes vastly more efficient. All the processes that once took 8 hours now happen in just 1. Memory consolidation, cell repair, emotional regulation compressed into a single hour. No fatigue, no sleep deprivation, no long-term damage. This isn't insomnia. This is a complete redesign of human biology, and at first it would feel like a miracle. The change begins quietly. People go to bed, wake up an hour later, and feel perfect. No grogginess, no exhaustion, just clarity. At first, confusion spreads. Doctors are overwhelmed. Sleep labs fill with volunteers. Scientists scramble to understand what's happening. But as days pass, a pattern emerges. Everyone is the same. 1 hour of sleep is enough. Suddenly, every human gains an extra 6 to 8 waking hours every day. That's nearly 1/3 more life, instantly. And the world begins to accelerate. Think about what this means. A typical day now has 23 hours of wakefulness, 1 hour of sleep. Time becomes abundant. People start working longer, studying more, creating more. Night stops being a barrier. Cities never truly rest. Lights stay on. Roads stay busy. Screens never go dark. Global productivity surges. Businesses operate almost continuously. Factories run longer cycles. Innovation accelerates. Students learn faster. Scientists experiment longer. Artists create more. At first, humanity enters a golden age. A surge of progress unlike anything seen before. But time isn't just about quantity, it's about how we use it. And that's where things begin to shift. More waking hours doesn't just mean more opportunity. It means more stimulation, more decisions, more stress, more mental load. Even if the brain can recover in 1 hour, it still has to process nearly double the daily input. Every conversation, every task, every emotional experience. And slowly, something begins to change. People don't feel physically tired, but mentally they begin to strain. Attention spans fluctuate, decision fatigue increases. Emotional control weakens. Because while sleep has been compressed, life hasn't slowed down. In fact, it's speeding up. And the human mind, even in its upgraded state, is being pushed to its limits. For thousands of years, human civilization has followed a rhythm, day and night, work and rest, light and darkness. This rhythm shapes everything from agriculture to culture to human psychology. But now that rhythm breaks. When people only sleep 1 hour, the idea of night becomes meaningless. Some people sleep at midnight, others at dawn, others in the afternoon. Time fragments. There is no longer a shared pause, no universal moment when the world rests. And this has consequences. Families struggle to align schedules. Communities lose synchronicity. Social bonds weaken, because humans are not just individuals. We are synchronized beings, and now, synchronization is gone. At first, economies boom. More hours equals more productivity. GDP rises, output increases, global trade intensifies, but then competition evolves. If everyone has more time, expectations rise. A 9-to-5 job becomes outdated. Why work 8 hours when you can work 14? Companies begin demanding more. Workers push themselves harder. The line between work and personal life disappears. Burnout doesn't vanish. It transforms, not physical exhaustion, but cognitive overload. And in this new world, rest isn't about sleep anymore. It becomes something else entirely. A rare, intentional act. Even with perfect sleep efficiency, the human body still operates under biological constraints. Muscles need recovery, eyes need rest, the nervous system needs balance. And while sleep once handled much of that, now it's compressed into a single hour. This creates a new challenge. Recovery must happen while awake. People begin developing new habits, meditation, sensory deprivation, stillness. Moments where the body slows without sleeping, because without them, the system becomes overwhelmed. This leads to a new concept, active rest. Not sleep, but a deliberate pause in a world that never stops. With more waking hours, people start asking deeper questions. If you suddenly gain years of extra conscious life, what do you do with it? Some pursue ambition, endless work, endless achievement. Others feel lost. Because time, once scarce, gave life urgency. Now that urgency fades, procrastination evolves, not "I don't have time," but "I have too much." Purpose becomes harder to define, and for many, existence begins to feel stretched. Longer but not necessarily fuller. Throughout history, sleep has remained constant. From ancient civilizations to modern societies, humans have always needed rest. Even great thinkers, scientists, leaders, innovators relied on sleep to function. Moments of insight often came after rest. Dreams influenced creativity. Breakthroughs followed recovery. Now imagine removing that balance, compressing it into a single hour. The rhythm that shaped history is gone, and with it, something deeply human. Let's walk through what would realistically happen over time. Week 1, confusion, curiosity, amazement. People celebrate the extra time. Month 1, productivity explodes, global systems begin adapting. Year 1, work expectations increase, social structures begin to shift. Year 5, mental strain becomes visible. New industries emerge around awake recovery. Year 10, society fully restructures, day and night lose meaning. Human connection evolves. Decades later, a new kind of humanity exists. Not defined by rest, but by constant awareness. Always awake, always active, always moving. At first glance, this world seems more advanced, more productive, more efficient, but something is missing. Silence, stillness. The quiet gap between days, because sleep wasn't just biological, it was philosophical, a reset, a boundary. A reminder that humans are not machines, and now that reminder is gone. So what happens when humans only sleep 1 hour per day? We gain time, but we lose rhythm. We increase productivity, but risk losing balance. We extend our waking lives, but stretch the limits of the human mind. Because in the end, sleep is not just about rest. It's about being human, a pause in existence, a moment of surrender, a necessary darkness in a world of light. Remove it, and you don't just change your schedule. You change civilization itself. But this raises an even deeper question. If reducing sleep could reshape humanity so dramatically, what would happen if humans no longer needed sleep at all?